Ladies and gentlemen, guess what we're going to do today? I thought it'd be fun if you and me went through the process of making a poem. That's right, you'll get a look into my inner psyche and how I think, how I process. We're gonna make a, let's say, 8-line poem, right? With the rhyming scheme of AABB, right? With a cool rhythm. So, first thing I do when I make a poem, I'm like, what do I want to write it about? Typically, whatever I'm feeling strongest about at the moment. So, right now, I'm gonna write it on sunflowers and daisies. Just kidding. I'm gonna write it on unicorns! So, I have an 8-line unicorn poem. Now, I typically think of a title last, because that makes more sense, but occasionally, I think of a title first. And because we're gonna make things exciting, why don't we do that? I'm gonna think of a title first. What should we call it? Maybe a pun, like a unicorn's tail. And, do it about the unicorn tail. Or we could do like, unicorn, tasty. Or we could do like a unicorn and his daily life routine. Like he brushes his teeth, polishes his horn, stabs a couple leprechauns, and goes about his daily business without his coffee in the morning. So, what should we pick? I know, I'll make a poem about Stabby the Unicorn. Right, so let's write Stabby the Unicorn. Great! So now we've got Stabby the Unicorn, the title of our poem. Now, typically, when I have my subject matter, I'll say like a short sentence. In our case, I'll say Stabby the Unicorn, and we gotta find a rhythm that fits it, right? So, Stabby the Unicorn, no. So, the funny thing with words is that there's like accented words and stuff like that. So if I say stabby, right? Put your hand under your chin and say the word stabby. Okay? On which syllable does your hand go down more? I can't do that because I'm a puppet, but like put your hand under your chin. Stabby. Right? It's on stab or sta, however you want to pronounce it. So in the word stabby, the emphasis is on stab. Because if you did stabby, that'd be on the other syllable. So Stabby the Unicorn has emphasis on sta and u, right? I've got, 6 syllables there? Yeah, and 2 in between. So Stabby the Unicorn. Anyway, I gotta find a rhythm that'll, stick with the syllables so the words don't sound weird, like Stabby the Unicorn. Like that, because then the poem sounds weird. So, let me think. Stabby the Unicorn. And then, I follow it up with something so I can have my opening line. So, our opening line will say, Stabby the Unicorn, blah, 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 blah. Okay? And that'll be our rhythm. Stabby the Unicorn, blah, 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 blah. He went to the mall and he went very far. So, something like that. So, Stabby the Unicorn, blah, 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 blah. That's 4. So I need 4 more syllables. Blah, 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 blah. Maybe all accented, I don't know. But to finish off, Stabby the Unicorn. So let me think. Stabby the Unicorn went to the mall. I could do that. And that seems like a good opening for our poem, don't you think? I know quite a few words that rhyme with the word mall, so I'm gonna put it down. You may also notice that this is a very similar rhyming scheme to Humpty Dumpty. Oh well. So, Stabby the Unicorn went to the mall. Now, count the syllables. That's about 10 syllables in that line, with the emphasis on sta, u, and mall. Stabby the Unicorn went to the mall. So actually, went. 2. So, every third syllable is pronounced. So now, our next line has to have a similar rhythm, actually the same rhythm, and has to end in a word that rhymes with mall. Okay? So why would Stabby the Unicorn go to the mall? He's grateful he got to go there. No. Wait. He's grateful that he got to go there at all. Because, unicorns aren't allowed in malls, especially a unicorn named Stabby. So maybe the second line could be more establishing. Like, Stabby the unicorn went to the mall. He's grateful that he got to go there at all. Cool! This sounds like some sort of sick and twisted Dr. Seuss poem. This is great! Now we have line 2 done. There's just one problem. Well, not really a problem, but our next task. Some people might not know why you wouldn't let a unicorn named Stabby into a mall. So we should probably clarify that, right? Stabby the unicorn went to the mall. He's grateful that he got to go there at all. Why? What would keep him from going to a mall? Well, he's Stabby people, right? So is the name Stabby just like a nickname? A poor unfortunate mishap? A stereotype? Or does he actually stab people in his spare time? In my case, if I made a poem like this, Stabby the unicorn, I'd probably go with, yeah, he goes around stabbing people, but not on purpose. It's like accidentally impaling people. You know, like when you see a marshmallow and then just like the next moment there's a stick through it and it's over a campfire and you're like, how did this happen? I'm so sorry, Mr. Marshmallow. I did not mean to stab you. So, I'm going to make Stabby the unicorn an accidental, impulsive impaler. Impulsive impaler. I like that phrase. Impulsive impaler. Ooh. Maybe I'll use that. Oh my gosh, I can use that for my poem. Just so long as I find a rhyme for impaler. Or I could use it at the beginning of the line because impulsive impaler kinda works. An impulsive impaler is not allowed there. Ooh, I think that works. And there's quite a few words that rhyme with the word there. So I think I'm pretty set for a line rhyme. So now I just gotta work on rhythm, right? So we'll start from the top. Stabby the unicorn went to the mall. He's grateful that he got to go there at all. An impulsive impaler is not allowed there. But he has good intentions, so he won't think that... No, he doesn't think they'll care. That's a little too many syllables. So I gotta figure out a way to condense it to... An impulsive impaler is not allowed there, but he has good intentions, so why should they care? I'll do that one. That sounds good. It seems... Really, it explains why. He's nice, he's not allowed, but he's nice, so this is why there's an exception to the rule. Stabby the unicorn will go inside because he's got good intentions, man. That's half of our poem done. We've set up the entire scene. We've gotten Stabby the unicorn in a setting. We've explained with exposition. We've got motive. We've got everything we need to do to get this story rolling. Our 4-line poem provides all the prop dressing and set dressing we need to start this thing. So now, what's gonna happen? Well, I think if we're talking about Stabby the unicorn, who is always accidentally stabbing someone, I think he should stab someone. So, this next paragraph, or set of 4 lines, stanza I guess, he'll stab someone, right? And I'm thinking okay, so he'll stab someone and be like, oopsie daisy, I didn't mean to do that. And the policeman will be like, hey man, you stabbed someone, you should go to jail. And Stabby will be like, nah man, I didn't mean it, I'm innocent. And the police will be like, oh okay, you're all set then. You wanted to look inside my brain and this is what happens. Alright, so, Stabby the unicorn stabs someone. I think our opening line should be like, oh no, he stabbed someone anyway. Alright, so let me think. Stabby the unicorn stabbed the guy. No, that doesn't work. You can't go anywhere with that. Maybe I won't say Stabby the unicorn again, because we're already focusing on Stabby the unicorn. And yet, as he walked through the big double doors, he stabbed the... What rhymes with doors that I could use for stabbing? And yet, as he walked through the big doors of glass, and yet, as the doors slid away to let him in, no. And yet, as he entered the mall filled with joy, he looked down and saw he'd stabbed a small boy. Yes, that's brilliant! I'm gonna put that in there! Awesome! And yet as he walked through the glass doors with joy, he looked down and saw he had stabbed a small boy. Oh dear. So now we've got our problem set up. Our last lines, the police are gonna come in, be like, hey dude, what's going on? Someone's gonna be like, man, I'm innocent. And they'll be like, alright. However, I'm thinking it's a little too long for 2 lines. 2 lines left, right? I know. The police will come in, see it, and be like, oh, it's okay. But why would they? Stabby the Unicorn's not allowed in malls. You know what? Sometimes, with a poem, you just gotta let go of a certain ending in favor of a different one because either time constraints, poem constraints, or creativity restraints even. Sometimes you just can't think your way enough and you need to know when to end a poem. So, last 2 lines, but instead of the police letting him go, maybe we can stick him in jail. And yet as he walked through the glass doors with joy, he looked down and saw he had stabbed a small boy. He felt so remorseful for who he'd impaled that he did not mind a life sentence in jail. Okay, so that's a rough sketch, like hashing out of a line. Maybe we'll flesh it out. So, he felt so remorseful for who he'd impaled that Stabby didn't mind the life sentence in jail. Brilliant! And it makes sense as far as Stabby the Unicorn, because unicorns have horns, so I can't change them out for like a frog, because sometimes you write these poems, and you get a topic, and the poem just kind of like veers off or takes a turn that's kind of vague, and like, you could do this in any situation, but no! Stabby the Unicorn is kind of special in this instance! Oh boy, we have a full, complete 8-line poem! Stabby the Unicorn, ladies and gentlemen, from the top! Stabby the Unicorn went to the mall. He's grateful that he got to go there at all. An impulsive impaler is not allowed there, but he's got good intentions, so why should they care? And yet as he walked through the glass doors with joy, he looked down and saw he had stabbed a small boy. He felt so remorseful for the boy he'd impaled that Stabby didn't mind the life sentence in jail. Oh, it is beautiful. But yeah, that's how I make a poem. Typically, when I do haikus, it's a lot shorter and it's more counting syllables than finding rhymes. But yeah, I'll get a topic, right, and I'll start like fleshing words and rhymes around it, fix the rhythm a bit, and then, yeah, that's how I make poems. If you guys enjoyed this, maybe we'll make another one together. Who knows? Maybe you can suggest some topics. Maybe you can make poems of your own. Or tell you what, you make Stabby the Unicorn your own poem, right? Rewrite it. 8 lines, whatever direction you want to go with it. Okay? Stabby the Unicorn. His legacy lives on. But yeah, if you like this video, leave a like, or subscribe, or check out my blog, or any sort of one of the things that you want to do is fine by me. And I will see you guys later. Bye! I mean, you could argue that unicorn has 2 syllables that are being emphasized. U and corn, unicorn, 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 unicorn.